Every time before an Olympics, we go in with this hope and optimism that this time it's going to be different. And we have all these experts on TV and in print who say XYZ has a shot at gold or at bronze or will certainly do well. And at the end of it, we usually underperform, and this year has been no exception. And at the end of it, we again go back to the drawing board and say, this is what's wrong with Indian sport, and this is what we're going to do different in 4 years' time. And it's that same cycle, as Yogi Berra once said, it's deja vu all over again, right? So, but I saw that there are certain countries which tend to focus, the Caribbean is a great example, Cuba in boxing and Jamaica in athletics. The United Kingdom, for that matter, did very well in cycling of all things. They won 7 gold out of 10 and 2 silvers. So do you think we are doing something wrong by allowing anybody who qualifies to go in and wasting the money which we spend on athletics and sport in general, which is not much, but shouldn't we be concentrating our efforts in some disciplines?
Yeah, because when you have a extremely limited budget, I mean the sports ministry probably spends around 1,100 crores on sport. In that budget, you can probably pick up a couple of medals, which you already have. In that budget, you can probably push yourself and pick up 3, 4 if you reach the semis and you win your bronzes and all that, which has been happening. You want to win 7 golds, 8 golds, 10 golds, there is no other way but to focus on sports that you're going to have a bigger chance. For me, it's very simple. You have a great chance in boxing, you have a great chance in wrestling, provided those coaches are coming in.
Right.
You have a great chance, I wouldn't say a great chance in hockey, but hockey is not there because it's a medal sport. It's there because of a legacy, because of a history, because you perform well at different competitions. So you kind of have this thing that a little bit of luck and you might make it. Okay.
Right.
But track and field, I do believe that track and field can do it, because a Lalita Babar can go there, perform above her best. Like you said, underperform and overperform. I think she overperformed. If she can overperform, in a quality field, I think a lot of athletes can. But the question is very simple. Are you willing to spend the money? Are you willing to spend 20 to 30 to 40 crores per athlete? Are you willing to take your athlete and sit and do competitions across the world and not be in India constantly training here somewhere where nobody knows what's happening? And then suddenly out of the blue, you'll go to an Asian GP and win. And then there'll be in this article that says medal hope. The medal hopes are not because of that. Medal hopes are simple because of a proper structure. You put in a proper structure, you will do well. You see what happens when Gopi puts up a proper structure in badminton. Now, if that can be replicated across disciplines, I do understand that along with being individual, it is a team game.
Right.
But I think you will agree that it is an individual sport where, one is pitted against the other. The same can happen in boxing, the same can happen in wrestling.
But in boxing and wrestling, it looks like we're taking a step back. I mean, the boxing federation has sort of imploded. In wrestling, Haryana, which was really focused on wrestling, seems to have shut down many of its academies. Aren't we going the other direction now?
No, what I'm trying to say is that all of this has to be under the ministry. There is no other way you can do it, because our structure is like that. You can't privatize sport off. But if there is 1,000 crores on the table, I don't agree that the 1,000 crores need to go to 25 people. You know what the best solution to this in this country today is? Take away the government funding. Like the BCCI has its own funding. Okay.
Right.
Of course, they have spent years in trying to build it up, and now they are number one in terms of, at least in terms of money. Take away the money from all the federations, and believe me, 60% will die. The 40% that will survive will be surviving on willpower, sponsorships, and athletes' will.
And public interest, perhaps.
Of course, I mean, they look at the interest when an athlete reaches the final. A Sindhu quarterfinal will not get you the eyeballs in. A Sindhu pre-quarter will also not get you.
Semis and the finals are very, very highly watched.
Yeah, and the whole country comes together because they are seeing a medal there.
Right.
So just imagine if you have a Lalita Babar who's actually going to win. This country will watch a 3,000 steeplechase, even if they don't understand the water jump. They will still watch it. They'll still watch a 5,000. They will still watch a 10,000, sitting up at night because there is a medal there. I think that is where the focus needs to be. That if you want to spend money, spend it on Lalita Babar instead of 10 judos.